Do nothing and win with the interview trivia game Don't Ask. Text the word WIN to 855-904-6231 to enter. Win radios, gift cards, wine bags, or even a celebrity voice on your voicemail. Text WIN to 855-904-6231 now to enter. Shut up.
It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. Suspect behind assassination of Haiti's Moise succumbs to COVID-19. Haiti's former police commissioner, who was suspected to be involved with the assassination of the late President Jovenel Moise, has died of complications from COVID-19. According to a Reuters report, Gilbert Dragon, 52, died of cardiac arrest while being transferred to a hospital after suffering from coronavirus symptoms. His wife, Marie Leslie Noel, said that she had been trying to get Dragon moved to a hospital from his pre-trial detention for several days, but help was slow. They also struggled to get a quick COVID-19 test. I finally got the authorization to bring him to the hospital this afternoon, and he died while we was on his way, said Noel in an interview with Reuters. I had been fighting to get him out for 2 weeks. Reuters sought out for Haiti's Interior Minister Litz Kittel for comment, but he has yet to respond. In the early 2000s, Dragon was the police chief for the commune of Croix-des-Bouquets. During this time, he became involved with other police chiefs' efforts to overthrow the Haitian government. Dragon was arrested on July 14, 2021, just a week after Moise was killed, for charges that he had been in contact with other suspects on the night of Moise's assassination and had even participated in meetings about the killing. His wife has denied the allegations, saying that Dragon was at home sleeping when the assassination happened. Meanwhile, another suspect of greater interest in the killing of Haiti's Moise was arrested in Istanbul on Monday. Grenada's new entry protocol in effect. Unvaccinated Grenadian nationals who are entering the country will have to be quarantined for up to 7 days. Those who are fully vaccinated would no longer have to undergo 48 hours of quarantine. This new travel entry protocol went into effect on Monday, November 15. For persons who are traveling right now, just ensure that you have proof of vaccination, your PCR test, because the PCR test of travel within 72 hours is required. Just ensure that you have these to travel into Grenada, said Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Shaw said during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing. Health Minister Nicholas Steele said that fully vaccinated passengers can use other means of transportation to get to their destination besides the designated taxis at the airport, but whoever is picking them up must also be fully vaccinated. As of May 2021, Grenada's entry mandate stated only fully vaccinated non-nationals will be allowed into the country, and they will remain in quarantine for 48 hours. They were tested upon arrival at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, transferred to a quarantine facility, and once the PCR was negative, they were free to leave. The authorities cannot stop nationals from returning, and thus, if they are unvaccinated, they must be quarantined for no more than 7 days, with a PCR test conducted on the 5th day. In entertainment, Usain Bolt says Vybz Kartel's absence ultimately led to dancehall losing its respect. Retired Olympic athlete turned dancehall producer Usain Bolt has posited that it was the vacuum left by incarcerated DJ Vybz Kartel, which, according to him, ultimately led to dancehall losing its respect on the world stage. The Olympia Rose rhythm producer offered some scathing criticism of the new sound within the genre.
On hardcore dancehall, so that was like, it's hard to see the change, you know what I mean? And I think that's why dancehall is losing its respect. No disrespect to all the other artists, they're doing their thing, they're making money, cool. But the respect that dancehall had, that everybody wanted a piece of, is different now. You know what I mean? Because it's not that hardcore, like, ghetto type of dancehall anymore.
Do nothing and win with the interview trivia game Don't Ask. Text the word WIN to 855-904-6231 to enter. Win radios, gift cards, wine bags, or even a celebrity voice on your voicemail. Text WIN to 855-904-6231 now to enter. Shut up, you mean I could get
In business, CVS to close 900 stores over 3 years. CVS held to close about 300 stores in a year for the next 3 years, the company said on Thursday, and expects to record an impairment charge of $1 billion to $1.2 billion in the fourth quarter of 2021. Fred Katema reports from Reuters.
The U.S.'s largest pharmacy chain, CVS, said Thursday it'll close about 900 stores over the next 3 years, almost a tenth of its U.S. network. It also said it'll create new store formats, offering primary care services at some sites and turning some stores into health hubs, offering services for everyday health and wellness. CVS said the resulting impairment charge of up to $1.2 billion will be immaterial to its adjusted earnings this year and next. Its shares, which have shot up by a third this year, rose further in early trading Thursday. CVS's rival, Walgreens Boots Alliance, is also shifting its focus beyond its drugstores. It recently took majority stakes in two smaller companies that provide primary care and home care.
And in sports, Windies aiming to end 28-year winless Test cricket run in Sri Lanka. Jamaica and West Indies batsman Jermaine Blackwood says he's aware of the Caribbean side's poor Test record in Sri Lanka. The Windies are in the Asian country for a Test series from November 21st to December 3rd. The Windies have been touring Sri Lanka since 1993 and have never won a Test. Blackwood, who is on his second tour of Sri Lanka with the Windies, says the visitors have a strong enough team to change the statistic.
My first series here, we lost both Test matches and didn't feel too well as a youngster that at that time came into the team. And now looking forward to these two games. I think we have a very good team, and this team is ready to go. And I think we are ready to break the shackles of winning some games in Sri Lanka this time around.
He says the Windies are under no pressure to perform after the Caribbean side's poor performance in the recently concluded ICC T20 World Cup. And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean.